Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you enjoy yourself.
This is a story of Tara, whose talent was like the sun's rays, bound to pierce through all dark clouds of her life. In the grand city of Palampa, where the river sparkled under the moonlight and the palace domes gleamed like pearls, there lived a young girl named Tara. She was the daughter of a renowned sculptor who carved idols so lifelike that people believed the gods themselves had touched them. Her mother, a skilled potter, shaped clay into forms that captured the beauty of nature. Their home was filled with warmth, artistry, and laughter until tragedy struck. When Tara was only 8, an accident took her parents' lives. Their once bustling workshop fell silent, and Tara was left in the care of her uncle's family. Her uncle, Mahesh, was a kind but weak man, easily swayed by his wife, Vaimala, and his 2 daughters, Chandra and Leela. They resented Tara's presence in their home, treating her not as family, but as a servant. "You live under our roof, so you must earn your keep," Vaimala declared, handing Tara a broom on the first day she arrived. Years passed, and Tara became little more than a maid, scrubbing floors, tending the kiln, and molding clay for sculptures she was never allowed to claim as her own. But despite her hardships, she never lost her love for art. At night, when everyone slept, she would gather broken shards of clay and fashion tiny figurines, whispering stories to them as she worked. One day, an announcement spread through Palampa like wildfire. The king had declared a grand festival in honor of the goddess Shakti, and the most talented artists in the kingdom were invited to showcase their work. The best sculpture would be enshrined in the temple, and its creator would receive royal patronage, a dream for any artisan. Mahesh, eager to gain favor with the king, decided to submit a sculpture under his family's name. But it was Chandra and Leela who took credit for his finest works, posing as talented artists, while Tara remained in the shadows, silently preparing the clay and tools. On the eve of the festival, Mahesh completed a magnificent statue of goddess Shakti. But disaster struck when Vaimala, in her eagerness to move the sculpture, accidentally knocked it over. It shattered into pieces. Chandra wailed, "Now we have nothing to present." "Fix it," Vaimala ordered Mahesh. But Mahesh shook his head. "I took weeks to carve it. It cannot be repaired in one night." As the family fell into despair, Tara quietly stepped forward. "I can sculpt a new one," she said. Vaimala scoffed. "You? A mere servant girl? What do you know about artistry? I have watched Baba all my life." "I can do it," Tara insisted. With no other choice, Vaimala grudgingly allowed her to try. Tara worked tirelessly through the night, shaping the clay with swift, sure hands. She poured her heart into every detail, crafting a sculpture of the goddess unlike any before, radiant, strong, and graceful. When the sun rose, the family gasped at her masterpiece. "We will take it to the festival," Mahesh decided. But before Tara could respond, Vaimala stepped in. "Chandra and Leela will present it," she said coldly. "Who would believe a servant girl created something so divine?" Tara clenched her fists, but she had no power to argue. She could only watch as her cousins dressed in fine silks and rode off to the palace, carrying her creation as if it were their own. At the festival, the king and the elderly priests admired the sculpture. "This is extraordinary," the king declared. "Who created it?" Chandra stepped forward with a practiced smile. "My sister and I," she said sweetly. The priest examined the idol closely. "Strange. The hands that shape clay always bear its mark, yet yours are smooth." Chandra faltered. Leela tried to cover, but the priest pressed on. "An artist's work carries their soul. Tell me, how and why did you mold the goddess's eyes with such an expression?" Neither sister could answer. Just then, a voice rang out. "She did not make it." The crowd turned as an old woman, a well-known potter from Sitapur, stepped forward. "That girl," she pointed to Tara, who had arrived at the festival unnoticed. "I have seen her work in secret for years. These hands," she lifted Tara's palms, "belong to the true artist." A murmur ran through the crowd. The king's gaze fell upon Tara. "Is this true?" Tara bowed. "Yes, your majesty." Vaimala and her daughters paled in shame and guilt. The king smiled. Talent should never remain in the shadows. "From this day forward, you shall work in the royal studio and create statues for temples across the kingdom." Tears filled Tara's eyes. "Thank you, your majesty." Chandra and Leela tried to protest, but the king had already made his decision. The truth had been revealed, and Tara had finally stepped into the light. In due course of time, the royal prince fell in love with her. They married happily, and she became the queen of the kingdom. What a change of fate! Moral of the story: Tara's journey teaches us that talent and perseverance cannot be hidden forever, no matter how much others try to suppress or take credit for one's work. The truth will always find its way to the surface. True ability is like a flame, it may flicker in the wind, but it will never be extinguished. Those who rely on deception and shortcuts may enjoy brief moments of success, but ultimately, their deceit is exposed, while genuine skill and dedication shine through always. Hard work, patience, and staying true to oneself will eventually lead to success. Like clay molded by skilled hands, our destiny is shaped not by the circumstances we are born into, but by the strength and dedication we pour into our craft. Tara's story reminds us that external recognition is not what defines our worth. Rather, it is the unwavering commitment to our craft, the resilience to keep going despite adversity, and the courage to seize opportunities when they arise. Hard work, honesty, and passion are the real stepping stones to greatness. Additionally, it highlights the importance of standing up for oneself. Tara may have been forced into the shadows, but when the moment came, she stepped forward and claimed what was rightfully hers. In life, there will always be those who try to overshadow others, but no matter how long it takes, justice and truth ultimately prevail.
Thanks for watching and enjoying our inspiring videos. If you like our stories, do pool in your likes and wonderful comments about your views. Also, don't forget to subscribe now for more interesting content. Have a nice day. Let's meet again soon. Take care.